Hi everyone, my name is Hannah De La Peña, a grade 12 student from Humes 3. Good morning, hi ma'am, especially to you. So I'm discussing about identifying the parts of a whole. It's important to identify first the part of the whole so that we can fully understand its existence and purpose. So it's Aristotle who first claimed that the whole is not equal to the sum of the parts, and conversely, the sum of the part is not equal to the whole, while Democritus somehow believed that the parts have great significance in understanding the essence of the whole. Trends is like this book. Looking at it, we cannot understand its essence and purpose, what is written and published. So, hindi natin maiintindihan kung ano yung laman nito, ano yung nakasulat dito. So, the parts of this book are its content in every pages, glossary, index, and bibliography. Through exploring the mentioned parts of this book, you can finally understand this reading material. Kapag babasahin mo ito o titingnan mo yung babasahin mo lahat ito yung nakasulat dito, malalaman mo at maiintindihan mo kung ano yung nakasulat at ano yung laman, ano yung purpose nito. Trends as they grow and evolve tend to influence or give birth to other trends and become interconnected and interrelated. Trends are formed from the combination of things. Thus, a trend has constituent part of portions that are interrelated. Their influence as well as how the people adopt them makes the trend viable, especially the megatrends and gigatrends. So let's take Japanese animation as an example. In retrospect, Urgel 2017 illustrated the popularity of anime, which was brought about by a number of developments. So may pinanggalingan. So ibig sabihin, hindi lang iisa ang isang trend. So nag-e-evolve ito into many trends. It tends to influence or give birth to other trends habang lumalaki ang isang trend. Pwede siyang makapagbigay ulit ng panibagong trend and it become interconnected and interrelated kasi isa lang ang pinanggalingan nila. So, ito yung sinasabi kanina na anime is the best example. Look at this. Nang evolve from anime, nag-evolve ito into different aspect. Nagkakaroon ng pop music, emergence of otaku, electronic subtitling, digital piracy, popularity of seiyun or voice actors, English dubbing, animation technology and innovation, rise of animation, cosplaying, development of subcultures, information sharing through the internet, widespread syndication, home video availability, and so on. Nagsimula siya sa anime and it evolved and it was developed and then gave birth to those other trends such as this one. So that is the best example. Visual culture is another example that we experience today. It was developed from various trends like yung mga digital camera, smartphones, internet, Wi-Fi technology, social media, and other more. Yung mga internet memes, yung mga videos sa TikTok, FB at sa ibang social media ay microtrend lang, pero ito ay nagiging pangunahing nagpapakalat ng impormasyon. Kahit ngayong naglalakihang nagbabalita ay ginagamit na ang social media para makapagbalita, like yung ABS-CBN at GMA. Alalahanin nyo na ang microtrend ay pwedeng maging macrotrend kung ito ay nakakaapekto ng maraming tao. At ang macrotrend naman ay magiging megatrend kung nakakaapekto ito ng mas malaking grupo sa mas mahabang panahon. So, this can be visualized here. This one. Ay, hindi pala. So, we have here the World Wide Web. So, this one's a microtrend, but eventually evolve into a network or internet. So, dati lang siyang microtrend as emerges. Dahil sa kanya nagkakaroon ng panibagong trend. Here. Siya talaga ang pinagmulan ng lahat ng ito kaya naging gigatrend. Next is the smartphone. It was a microtrend but then became a gigatrend and currently is considered a gigatrend. So we're talking about identifying emerging patterns. By simply looking at the previous diagram, you will somehow have an idea on identifying emerging patterns of a trend. Ergel 2017 defined pattern as a design, shape, form, or configuration that emerge from repetitious appearance of line, curves, and behavior. According to him, in the study of trends, repetitive behavior that give rise to an emerging pattern is the main interest. So, in order to follow or observe if a pattern emerge out of the various event or phenomena, one should have the tools necessary to detect it. According to Ren and Lindqvist 2013, the tool that a trend spotter should find handy to use are categorized into 4 activities. Para daw malaman natin yung mga emerging trend out of a current trend, we must use the tool which are the documentation, archive or memory, analysis, and presentation. Firstly, the documentation means being able to record your observation which you consider related to trend. The primary tools for documentation, however simple, are notebook and pen. Some opt to use note-taking features or app on a smartphone or tablet. The camera has also become necessary in providing visuals. Notebook and pen. Yun ang pinakaunang importante. The traditional are pen and notebook when it comes to documentation. But of course, having the technology that we have right now. Some opt to use notes from smartphone or tablet. The camera is also become necessary in providing visuals. So, pwede pa rin tayong gumamit ng camera for documentation, not only just notebook and pen. Pwede ring voice recorder which is best for saving audio. So, notebook and pen are basic in documentation but right now, meron na tayong mga advanced technology that we can use. Second is the archive or memory. Used to easily retrieve any documentation you have kept. Notes can be scanned or converted to a portable document format or the PDF, while digital pictures can easily save. Physical archiving systems that are available too. Tagging and cross-indexing are helpful in labeling files. So, kailangan nating isave yung mga ginawa nating document. Third is the analysis. Is the stage where examination and combination happen. Looking for patterns on prospective trends can be achieved through these methods. Brainstorming, grouping, and crafting combination. In brainstorming, you decide which your data is important and which you can discard. Here, you can confirm emerging patterns like events becoming more frequent and things following a cycle. In grouping, you create heading where observation and data can fall under several categories. In crafting combinations, you begin to link one thing to another and think that what could happen if these are taken step further, more like imagining or generating new ideas. The above diagram presenting the evolutionary aspect of a trend is an example for this analysis. Lastly, the presentation. Presentation is representing your findings for easy understanding as a way of analysis. You can represent your findings through, among others, a mood board and a storyboard. A mood board is a collage of image, text, and object samples. This is used to capture your intuition and stimulate creative discussions about trends. A storyboard presents a narrative of possible scenarios. It functions to connect trends to a timeline and to different contexts, something that can enable you and others to see interesting new things. A slideshow is also another option. Sometimes, new trends are labeled with new names or terms in the hope of popularizing a phenomenon. Again, the sample diagram presented above is an example of this constanting of the linkages of the influences of the root trend to the development of new trend within the link plus the explanatory analysis. Again, the sample diagram presented above is an example of this constanting of the linkages of the influences of the root trend to the development of new trend within the link plus the explanatory analysis. Isang halimbawa din ito ay ang slideshow. Basta ito yung mga ginagamit natin upang ma-present natin or maibahagi natin yung nagawa nating document or para maipakita natin yung natapos nating documentation. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learn something about this video presentation that I made.